Hello. I'm writing and filming these thoughts on the day after the night before, Sunday, July the 11th. And for those of you who don't follow football, that was when England lost in the final of the European Championship to Italy on penalties. Many fans are crushed and dejected and feel England are losers. But we always have the World Cup next year. That, I think, is the beauty of football, in that there's always next season. As we move towards Freedom Day with the end of lockdown, but with rising infection rates and decisions on whether to keep wearing a mask or not, there's lots of things that worry us and make us fearful of the future, or can do. I've recently been reading a book, Roy Hattersley's biography of John Wesley, the founder of Methodism. A Brand from the Burning, it's called. In many ways, it's a warts and all account of Wesley, and Hattersley paints a picture of the battle that Wesley had in following where he felt God was leading him and staying true to his belief that Methodism belonged within the Church of England. Wesley always held to this when many people couldn't see a way forward as things were. Seeing a way forward, just like some of the things we're experiencing at this time. And Pat Basson talked on Sunday at Central about some of the decisions taken by the Methodist Conference regarding same-sex relationships. These can be difficult, divisive things for us, and yet God is there. A Bible reading from Genesis, starting chapter 9, starting at verse 8. And this is the story of God's agreement with Noah after the flood. Then God said to Noah and his sons, "Now I am making an agreement with you and your people who will live after you, and with every living thing that is with you, the birds, the tame and the wild animals, and with everything that came out of the boat with you, with every living thing on earth. I make this agreement with you. I will never again destroy all living things by a flood. A flood will never again destroy the earth." And God said, "This is the sign of the agreement between me and you and every living creature that is with you. I am putting my rainbow in the clouds as the sign of the agreement between me and the earth. When I bring clouds over the earth and a rainbow appears in them, I will remember my agreement between me and you and every living thing. Floods will never again destroy all life on the earth. When the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will see it, and I will remember the agreement that continues forever between me and every living thing on earth." So God said to Noah, "The rainbow is a sign of the agreement that I made with all living things on earth." The rainbow is a sign. The England team are not losers at all. They are a rainbow team. All colours are shining example of diversity and equality. But they've had to stand up for criticism from many quarters. They are a sign of hope. Let me quote some words Desmond Tutu said, talking about the future in South Africa, and this was written before Nelson Mandela came to power. "What we are looking for is not to drive white people into the sea. What we are looking for is a new society. Hey, let's go hand in hand together, black and white, into the glorious future that God opened up to us in this wonderful land, so that we together, black and white, can walk tall and know that we count not because of the colour of our skin, but we count because we are each creatures of infinite value, made in the image of God." In all these situations it was and still can be hard to see the way forward, and times can sometimes seem dark. But we are God's people, and as long as we keep trusting God, looking for that rainbow, it's there. It's there in those young people. It was there with Wesley through all the difficult times. It was there with Desmond Tutu as he fought against apartheid. It's there in the logo on shops and windows for our wonderful, diverse NHS. And it's with us as God leads us on our journey. We just need to look up and see it. God is with us. Let me read another piece from the Bible found in Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 8. The Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. Jen will now lead us in prayer, and the hymn she has chosen, God of all hopefulness, is a wonderful reaffirming that, as Jesus tells through the power of his Holy Spirit, he is with us in the good and bad times, highs and lows, every morning, noon, eve, and at the end of our day. And that's a blessing.